A new day on the water begins. Rainbow included. Lori made us eggs and broccoli cheese bites, courtesy of our little egg machine. Et voila! Can't forget the coffee. Yum! But bad news was on the horizon.
What's wrong? There's water in the bilge, and the bilge pump sucks. I'm sorry.
So in order to even have access to this area means removing the floorboards. As you can see, we have water. And because this is directly under our batteries, adds extra concern. We also saw water under the engine access.
So in between that red hose and the steel beam there's water in between there. You can't really see it very good. And back here, that hose looks like yellow. It's like underneath here. There's a little bit of water back there. Vacuumed about 3.5 gallons out of the bilge. Water level's not really going up, but it is a little bit concerning to have that much water in your bilge, so we'll see how this works out.
At first we thought it could perhaps be the large rainfall we had been having, especially since we accidentally left the hatch open.
Trying to do a better job of filming things as they happen. We just left this forward hatch open. You can see all the drips. It is like not showing up on camera, but it is super like flooded in this little tiny room. We will no longer leave that open when it rains.
But then we found the answer.
Alright, so I was kind of just messing around in here, and I noticed this pipe leads to filter housing here, and it's hard to see, but here's that filter housing there. It's cracked, so we think that the water in the bilge is from this because the water pump is right there, and we have a mystery breaker that was tripped, and every time we would turn it on, the water pump would start going. So it's because the lines aren't loaded because this filter housing is cracked, and so I'm gonna have to check all the other ones because I bet the other ones are cracked too.
Spoiler, they were. What we think happened was due in part to an oversight during a business change of hands in Point Roberts. We had left the boat in their care for a few months while traveling back up from Texas. What we didn't realize is she hadn't been winterized properly, causing all our freshwater filter housings to burst, ending in the bilge. Bad news? No running water. Good news is it's not salt water. Now for another problem.
We got our foresail twisted, so now we're getting it untwisted.
How'd we get here? What's that saying? Listen to your gut? Well, when sitting on your deck watching the wind, noting how windy it is, don't listen to overconfident men promising to attach your foresail on their day off. Things will go wrong. Luckily, the yard here had someone available to fetch said problem. The sail was successfully down. It did get ripped during the debacle, but it should be a quick repair. More bad news, it wasn't the only thing broken up there. We had to get a new wrap stop, aka Darth Vader cap. So ladies, even if you feel inexperienced, still listen to your gut and wait for the wind to die down because boats aren't cheap.
Broken sail. We're gonna take it to Bellingham Sails. Everything happens at low tide.
This is what we mean.
So, like, normally the water's like up here. It's like way down here right now. That's why.
Basically, we could have waited until later to carry this huge sail up a much less steep ramp, only a couple feet from the van. Instead, we carried it up a much steeper ramp. Thankfully, Lori had a special surprise planned for us. Not only did we get to go check out this amazing old ship, the schooner Zodiac.
That's really fun looking. And the seagull statue. Oh, this is cool.
launched in 1924, making it 100 years old on the National Register of Historic Places. But also, we get to go sailing! It's a catamaran named Gato Verde, or Green Cat. We were super pumped, even if it wasn't sailing on ours yet. The cool thing about this vessel is its twin all-electric engines, making it super fun and sustainable. As we headed out of the slip and away from Downtown Fairhaven, we were thrilled to be on the Puget Sound for our very first time. The captain showed us his cool tricks for his winch.
Yeah? Okay.
Thanks to electricity, he quickly raised the mainsail. That's the sail all the way forward. His was on a roller furling like ours. We actually have one more. As you can see here, he lets his sail fill with wind. As he then trims the sail or adjusts it to make sure it's not luffing or flapping. It was so exciting riding on the trampolines with the water flowing beneath us. We sailed out to Portage Island, home to the Lummi Nation. The Lummi Nation are a coastal Salish tribe known for their ongoing efforts to defend the environment. It was a great experience not only in our own sailing development, but also simply to de-stress and get away from all the issues with our own boat. We couldn't wait to get back out here on Alioth, after our sailing courses, of course. It was a wonderful day. We even caught a glimpse of the Zodiac's sister ship, Adventurous. A sister ship is a boat by the same builder and yard.
Is that open all the way? Still got a little bit more, right? Still got a little bit more, yeah. It should go to the top of the mast.
Back on land, we headed to eat in downtown Fairhaven. Fairhaven, a designated historic district established in 1853, is only about 3 miles from Bellingham.
Water's down there.
We found this place called the Black Cat Restaurant. It was in this beautiful historic building with tons of other shops and eateries. What a cool place. We were starving. Lori got a margarita while I abstained since I was still regaining my land legs. We also got this delicious crab mac and cheese.
First bite. It's hot.
So sorry though, we literally zoned out and ate the rest without filming.
Creamy.
Back at the boat, we got some rest. Join us next time
Daffodils.
when we go to see some gorgeous flowers and continue prepping for our onboard sailing instruction. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out.